Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Tavern of Spear. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, then you can go to Patreon, where it's $3 a month. So, on the last Let's Play, we talked to the Horn for a bit, found the lizard spy, and was able to get around killing him by just having him, stab at his own hand and present it to the bull chief, at which point he's like, well, that's convenient, but whatever, you're part of the tribe now. And the bull guy that we first met is the son of the chief, and that's a bit of a punishment for, letting a foreigner come in. He has to go meditate on the mountain, but we're going with him. Hyena. So reset face. And begin. On our way from the falls, you notice a fork in the road that leads to a collection of brightly colored rocks and ore veins on the right side. If you only had a pickaxe. I know what you're thinking. If you want to mine those, you'll need to get a permit from the general store. The bull that runs the shop will also take anything you mine and help turn them into something useful. That's pretty handy. But I'm not sure if he's giving out permits right now. He's temperamental about these things. Even Father has difficulties getting him to bend his ways. There's actually someone who can stand up to your father? That's impressive. He's the best weaponsmith in the village. We rely on him for our equipment should we ever go to war. Everyone knows this, so we let him be. He can't force good work. Either way, I'll make sure to remember to see him for a pickaxe and a permit. I've noticed that you never write anything down when you get a job. What can I say? I have a pretty good memory. I wish I had that. Right. You walk up side by side with Thane. Your movements have slowed since the start of your climb, but you both still persist on. Something catches your attention from above you. Hey, I see the tip. Ooh, what? Your companion frantically drops the spear and starts adjusting his loincloth. Hey, you tricked me. My woo isn't out. He huffs at you and picks up his weapon. Seriously, how'd you jump to that conclusion so quick? I mean, I see the tip of the temple's top. Meh. I'll be more specific next time. Come on, the bridge is right up ahead. The stone bridge that you cross... The way each slab it was cut, refined, and delicate to the touch. It's nothing like the architecture you saw in the Bull Village. They don't even use stones to build their huts. Hey, how did the Bulls build this bridge? We didn't. It was already here before our tribe first settled below the mountain. Then, who or what built this bridge? It's not just the bridge. Whoever lived in these lands made the structure that became our temple as well. There are theories going around the tribe, but honestly, nobody knows who made them. A mysterious temple built by a mysterious tribe. This I gotta see. Hey, where does that lead to? You point to the other fork in the road. This time, there's a path leading downwards from the peak. You see what looks like a broken suspension bridge, with one half dangling on the other side of the chasm. I have no idea, actually. That bridge has been broken ever since I first came up here. So, you don't know what's on the other side? Nope, but stay away from it. He couldn't have sent any of our men to clear the area. There may still be monsters in the area, but there could be a known discovery over there. Yeah, like your tombstone. Evelyn died. Not listening to his friend. Okay. No need to get dramatic about it. Bane leads you by the arm, away from the bridge. Guess we click this. Wow. This place is amazing. It's like a hidden paradise. Bright green grass stretches as far as the eye can see. Only the ends, around the large crystal only to the end of the large crystal lake. The water shines like a bed of diamonds reflecting the sun's rays. In the middle of the lake sits a magnificent marble structure. Its faded white color blends well with the rest of the scenery. You feel like you can look into it all day long. Your face beams with this excitement. Really God's excitement of adventure in you that just wants to drop everything and run about exploring the new land. I can tell you like this place from the way your tail was wagging. Ah! You push down the base of your tail with both hands and try to tuck it between your legs to keep it out of view, but even you are no match for your own tail. Thane laughs at your frantic attempt to compose yourself. Don't worry about that. I find it adorable. Come, I'll show you around. Okay. It's dark, so I can't go inside the temple until sunrise. Seriously? Who made such a weird rule? The temple did. We literally can't go inside. You're just messing with me for the tip thing, aren't you? You walk over to the temple entrance, but just as you step foot inside, your entire sense of time and space feels distorted. Just as you blink, you find yourself facing Thane, and the temple entrance is behind you. Huh. He looks at you with a tired expression on his face. See? You're just wasting your time. No one can go in until there's sunlight. You can try again. The temple will just turn you around. Good grief. Fine. Yada yada. That's it. Well, wait for sunrise. Thane leads you to the tents in the campsite, and you both rest until morning comes. Because you're too tired, you fall asleep very soon. Ends the next day. You climb out of the tent, and found that Thane is already waiting for you outside. Finally, we get to see what's inside this weird temple. Well, I'm glad you enjoy being here. Thane walks ahead. Your eyes glisten as you enter the temple. The walls that look so pristine, almost ethereal, from far away, are actually stained by dirt. Just from standing in the middle of the foyer, your mind runs with questions about what this temple once was in its glory days. Nothing remains in place now. Thane looks up towards the doorway in front of him, his broad back facing you. He turns to face you with a serious expression. I'll be meditating in the room behind me. It's the prayer hall. To your left is the back room. It houses some old books that we believe belong to whoever owned this temple. And over there? Point to the right. That's a tree. Sorry. Remarkable. Thane turns to face you, his hands on his hips. You're welcome to join me for my meditation, if you have nothing to do. When I'm done, we'll get ready for the night. Alright, I'll see you later. Thane heads to the prayer room, leaving you alone to do your own thing. Guess we'll go over here. Oh wait, that's the meditation room. Books. You're in the back room, which is a small, musty room with slightly larger than your bedroom in Tavern. Cabinets of old books. Maybe there's some hidden treasure map or something in them. There are several cabinets in here, but many of them are empty or filled with really old-looking books. You flip through a few. Many are unremarkable, as some would disintegrate, or unreadable, as some would disintegrate from your touch. If not, the ink used to write it in them is barely legible. However, you manage to find 3 books with a few readable passages in them. You want to read the books? Okay. The first book's A Window to Other Worlds by Gallahan, no last name. There's only 1 page in the end that can be read. In summation, following my mentor, the once great Highland Statch's departure from the study of creating new magic, I've taken upon myself to revive his greatest failure, the Fate's painting spell. Only this time, I've altered the spell to allow a mage to travel to different and far-off worlds. The risks are there. What was it? The risks are there. The next few bodies of lines are unreadable. You scan the page for the next part to read, or to a brand new world to explore. All will have the cost of exhausting oneself to near death, or risking ruining one's life by simply picking up a bucket. Additionally, these paintings appear to last after repeated uses. Oh, the books I can write about things I've seen in those other worlds. This spell may have numerous potential in sustaining our kind survival and possibly opening up new realms of magic. You close the book and leave. Your books are still there. You want to read books? Second book, called Society by Abel Links. Our world embodies a phrase, the strong eat the weak. If there is a grand creator somewhere, it has a sick sense of humor. In this book, I discuss the history and hierarchy of our society. We know our groups by the foods we eat: carnivores, herbivores, and omnivores. Carnivores and omnivores, naturally larger and stronger than the rest domesticate the hierarchy, and would hold positions of power: kings, queens, nobles. While herbivores would usually serve the carnivores and omnivores as servants, or work the farms, or at the most rise to be shop or innkeepers. There are those who possess the aptitude for magic, and those who don't. Children born with the power to manipulate magic are sent away from birth to select kingdoms built and run by magic users. For, as magic users, we stand above the common folk. The nobles may run their cities, but we shape the world. The next page. Breeding, our greatest and strangest of miracles. Crossbreeding between species is a futile effort, as no offspring can be produced. Then again, the whole concept of procreation is ridiculous to me, but nonetheless, it must be discussed in this book. All species are capable of producing children with intellect, and those without. That we dub ferals. Although ferals have similar appearances to their parent species, they do not have the ability to speak. They barely possess the ability to reason. In a sense, they are flawed and merely inferior even to the lowest of herbivores. The next page. As we may just serve a great cause through the feeble minds of those without magic, may not see a rhyme of reason for our actions. In the long run, we are the superior species, transcending the barriers that divide the rest of the world. With our magic, we will show them all the way. You close the book and leave. Wait, what's this? You find a mysterious note. The top half, where the date would have been torn off, looks like a segment of a story. In the beginning, there was only one, an almighty and all-powerful being that could shape the world how it saw fit, and destroy everything with a snap of its fingers. I knew it not its purpose for existence, and for thousands of years was revered and feared by the mortals of the earth. At times, it would be merciful God, and grant the mortals bountiful harvests, or grant them immeasurable strength in their wars. If scorn, it would smite their cities with famine and sickness. To the immortal being, they were all just playthings. But there is one thing its godlike powers cannot comprehend or have: the love and bond of mortals. For all the miracles it could conjure, the mortals would never see the being as one of them. It was forever alone. The note ends there. Your books are still here. Do you want to read the books? Third book. The title of the book is Paintings Through Time. It appears to be written in the style of a journal by someone called Eyvind Stanch, Grand Magister. One page reads, "At the heart of all magic spells is the idea of equivalent exchange. If one is ingenious and creative enough to discover what should be sacrificed to create a spell, they would rule the world. Of course, it goes without saying that the greater the spell effect, the higher the cost. I, in this book, shall document the exploits in creating the greatest spell of all time, the spell to transverse back in time." Another page reads, "After months of toiling with different spells and runes, I know how to give the spell its form. It's so simple, we can't travel back in time, like hopping back and forth from town to town. Considering such an idea in the first place would be utterly foolish and pointless. But one can approach such an idea by putting their fates on the line. The idea came to me like a bolt of lightning when I watched my assistant Gallahan paint one of his ridiculous paintings of the lake. The painter puts his life into every stroke, every color. The painting is a reflection of this person's life. So, what if I were to do the same with magic? We can already project memories as visual constructs of light. So why not take it a step further and make those memories into a gateway into the past? If one pours their entire being into a picture, every drop of magic, to create a certain moment in time, then maybe, just maybe, one can step into that painting and shape the past how they see fit. The next page. It worked. The accursed painting that took so much out of me that it kept me unconscious for days. But all led to was ruin. I chose to paint a simple scene, one that I knew would not jeopardize the future of any person. My mother, back when I was a mere hatchling, took me a bowl of her lentil and potato soup. It was the most extravagant meal we could afford back then. She came by the recipe simply by pure imagination. I loved that soup. So I stepped into the painting, and I was back in the gates of my old house, in that run-down shack with the barely growing potato farm. Mother would leave a bucket of potatoes she would cook with outside the house. I took it before leaving the painting. I was so full of myself. It was just a mere prank, technically. Nothing would have changed, really. Upon my return from the painting, I would still retain my original memories of the event, of Mother cooking that bowl of soup for me for the first time. Then, when I returned to my home, in my original time, what do I find? My mother, in her right hand, was replaced by a wooden prosthetic. That one bucket of potatoes, it cost my mother her arm. Because she had to feed us. That day, she offered her hand to the local alchemist to buy food. The painting burned itself up after I exited. I can't even recite it anymore. No matter how clearly I remember the original event, the painting will not form. Curse this useless spell. The chaos of changing one's fate cannot be controlled. She doesn't even remember creating the recipe for bloody sake. My soup. Last page is just summary. Fate painting spell. Allows the user to enter the past moment of their life via painting created by their very life essence. Only a lived experience can be painted. Changes to events in the past lead to unpredictable changes in the future of the one who painted the painting in some aspect of their life. Upon exiting the painting, it will destroy itself, and the same painting cannot be painted by the same mage. The spell is useless, and only opens up to danger. You close the book and leave. 3 books are here. Do you want to read books? We're finished with book reading. There's something off about this part of the wall. Looks like someone cut in the wall in the shape of a large door. Can I move this? You press your hands against the alien wall and push as hard as you can. It doesn't budge. Dang it! Your ears prick upwards. You hear a high-pitched ring. What the heck was that? Where's the source of the sound? Its ring is so loud, you swear someone's standing next to you playing the blasted noise. Looking down, you wonder, is the sound coming from your pouch? You open it to find an emblem there. The ring is deafening, while the item is in your hands. Suddenly, the partition before you rumbles and fades away, revealing a hidden room. Whoa, no, wait, he's meditating, and who knows what's in here. Maybe even treasure, but also, maybe a nest for the undead. You return the emblem back to your bag. This could be the big break you need. If there are valuables inside, you will at least have something to bring back to the village once it's all over. Then it hits you. Memories of the past days. The note. Miko's possession. the warning about a spirit amongst your friends. Your heart sinks a little, so much has been going on lately, you nearly forgot that you're actually trapped in this land of fog. Now that the emblem has revealed to hide some sort of secret, what do you do with it? Maybe Chet would know. He's looking for these, or maybe Snow. He's the de facto leader of the tavern. Take a deep breath and set your resolve. For now, you're determined to investigate the room. You pull out the torch you had with you and light it up. The light reveals a stone nearby the entrance, so you place a torch there. It's a storage room with what looks like 5 framed paintings on the ground. That's weird. Who goes through all the trouble to hide some paintings? You crouch down and look at the painting nearest to you. What? It's all gray. Every single one of the paintings are nothing but gray. You then remember it's the emblem in your bag. You pull it out and hold it close to the first painting. Like ants scurrying away from danger, the gray color disappears as you bring the emblem closer until it forms a blue patch no larger than a gold coin. You move the emblem around, and wherever it goes, it exposes the painting a little bit more. But somehow your emblem cannot reveal the whole painting. You sigh and put the emblem back in your bag. Maybe one emblem is enough. Well, all that was for nothing, unless I find a way to collect more of these emblems. Then, just maybe, it'll work. For now, this room will have to be kept a secret. I still don't know what these paintings are. It's too dangerous to expose anyone else to them. Disappointed, you leave the secret room. You enter the prayer hall. It's wider room than compared to the foyer. Unlike the rest of the temple, the prayer hall has half the roof covering it. Over the ceiling, you can see the remains of a pinnacle. You saw it from afar. In the far end of the room, you see Thane, sitting cross-legged in front of a spring. An unusual glow emanates from the pool in front of him. Your pupils widen as you find yourself drawn to the luminous spring. Tiptoeing quietly, you walk around the side room until you stand across from Thane. He doesn't seem to notice you're there. Looking at the pool of water looks no different from the lake, but what's making the unusual glow in that one spot? You scratch your head, unable to think of a reason. Maybe you can ask Thane about it when he's done meditating. You wonder what to do now. Okay, let's look at this. Check pool. The unusual glow emanates from the pool. Your pupils widen and you find yourself drawn to the luminous spring. Do you drink some of the water? I guess. You drink some water, but you didn't feel any effect. Join meditation. This action will push time to the evening. I guess. Okay. You decide to join Thane in meditation. You move to his side and meditate with him. Thane lets out a loud yawn, breaking your flowing concentration. Oh, you're here. How was the nap? I wasn't napping. I was in deep meditative state that made it look like I was napping. Now, come on. We better set up camp for the rest of the night. We'll head back to the village come morning. Sounds good. Thane walks over to a pile of camp equipment and grabs a few mats and blankets. Just make the tent cozy for us, and I'll get our dinner and some firewood. It sounds like you're doing most of the work. Oh, right. I'm used to being told to do this. Kind of flew over my head that you're here. Then, you set up the campfire in camp, and I'll bring the food. You give Thane a thumbs up and follow him out of the temple. He makes his way around the lake, facing the back of the temple. You, on the other hand, drop off the mats and blankets at the campsite before beginning your search for some tinder and kindle. The process taking longer than expected due to the cooler climate up in the mountain. By the time you have the fire started, your hands are sore from all the wood rubbing you had to do. You slump back onto the ground to enjoy the warmth of your hard work. Just then, your ears perk up to the sound of dripping water. Thane appears behind, soaked from head to toe. In his right hand, he holds 4 fishes. They appear to have been gutted and cleaned. What happened to you? He is bewildered by his appearance. He gives you a look, with his eyes half closed, when he looks away before speaking with you. Spirited fish, I thought was dead. I was wrong. It slapped me in the face with its tail, and I fell into the lake. You accidentally let out a chuckle. I'm sorry, I just... ha ha ha. Thane snorts and drops the fish on the ground. He pulls you to your feet by your shoulders and traps you in a tight bear hug. Ugh. After a brief tussle with Thane, the two finally get down to cooking the fishes. Nighttime comes before you two even notice. Thane sits across from the campfire, lying on his back, watching the skies. The stars shine bright across the silent night sky. It feels like you're the closest you've ever been to touching those sparkling spheres in the sky. Spheres. You feel completely exhausted from today's events. You wonder if Thane feels the same. Hey, yeah? What do you think of the place? I have tons of questions to ask. It's nothing like anywhere I've seen before. Yeah, what do you want to know about? Glowing spring? What's with the glowing spring? It looks different from the rest of the lake. Well, it's what we believe can cure a person from their corruption. Corruption? What's that? We're told from young that certain creatures they corrupt us from the inside. If you ever lose them in battle, or if they infect your minds when we are most vulnerable. What does that mean, though? Not sure myself. The elders say if we get too corrupted, it'll be easier for those with dark magic to manipulate us, like take away our free will, or worse. So, the spring, it washes the corruption once, but I've never seen anyone use it before, though. Using the monsters, huh? Have I been corrupted? You whisper softly to avoid Thane from hearing it from you. Anyways, I think I'll head to sleep. I'm fucking beat. Oh, okay. I'll take first watch. Thanks. And so the night ends with you both taking turns watching over the fire and for any danger. Fortunately, nothing happens. The next day, you both make your way down the mountain before the break of dawn. Thanks for keeping me company up there. You're welcome. It was fun. You think I could go up there to explore? As long as Chief Axel stays friendly with you, you should be fine. Just be mindful of the time to enter the temple. Okay, thanks. I'll head back to my hut and sleep a bit more. You can find me near the chief's tent later. Okay. So, permit? Where'd you want? Do we still have, No, we don't have a torch. Get another torch. That's what that is? Huh. I want to get a permit to mine in the mountains. Well, do you now? I don't usually give those things so easily on account of them bulls around here are careless with the way they swing their pickaxes. You have no idea how many of them came back with useless broken ores. Can't even use them. But for you, I'll make an exception because you're just so darn cute. You can have your permit, and I'll throw in a pickaxe too, just for a low price of 500 coins. That's extortion. Well, I ain't forcing you to buy it. Take it or leave it. Can we? Not sure if we have the money. I don't have the money. I guess we could sell it. How much is it? We'll just fight like slimes again, something. Skip. Bye. Get a pickaxe. Maybe go check out mining. You mine a fresh ore vein. You get 2 iron ore. Is exhausted temporarily. Maybe it'll come back. That's not how... Whatever. I'm just a geologist. How would I know? Bleh. I think that's going to be the end. So, yeah. End of this Let's Play. So, comment, guys. I like comments. If you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos to help it grow. And please remember to spay and neuter animals to help control the pit population. And if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io. But if you want to support people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, then you can go to Patreon, which is $3 a month. And until next time, let's say me, GamerWolfSix of Tavern Spear. So thanks and see ya.